Sport Subaru, Sport Mitsubishi, right there on West Colonial Drive. Go talk to Mike Stacks. He is our personal representative.
Yeah, if you're a BDM listener, I guess technically you don't even have to be a BDM. If you just listen to this show, you reach out to Mike Stacks. He knows that you listen to us, and that's automatically putting you at the front of the line for good service.
Yeah, drove a Forester for a while, the WRX for a while, and then when I turned in my WRX lease, I went over to dmchevy.com.
Yeah, the Chevy side of things.
Don Milley Chevy right there in Claremont, went and talked to J.C. Harrelson, and I said, hey, I think my wife is interested in the Chevy Traverse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's loved that car.
And literally right now, for whatever reason, new cars are pretty much basically equal to used cars.
Yeah, used cars are gold right
a couple of years, and if you check it out, when we looked at the difference, we're like, for $1,000 more, we get brand new because all the incentives, they got
the incentives
ridiculous.
are insane. Like when I traded my car in, they sold it the same day.
Yeah. So you check them out. Like, go and talk to them. Look at all the incentives. Go online, and Crystal's now driving that brand new
beautiful.
2020 Chevy Traverse.
Oh, this thing's got all the toys
great,
on it.
yeah.
Here's another incentive. When we get back to good and we get things rolling again, if you buy a car from either J.C. Harrelson or Mike Stacks, our friends over there at the Sport Auto Group, if you do that, we'll get you back in here at some point.
Yeah, 100%. Just send us an email. Let us know you did. We'll send you a gift.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, if you say, hey, I bought a car, it was a great experience, we'll thank you. We'll send you a gift. Like every single car that you purchase from either dealership
It's
sponsor
worth it.
makes a difference.
Yeah, it's worth it to us for you guys to let us know that it's working. If you go someplace, let us know.
Yeah.
Because, and you guys are normally like the best about that. You're so kind and so great to our advertisers. And don't think that doesn't go anywhere. That's the only reason that we're still able to do this.
Yeah, and do it for yourself because we will send you something.
Yes.
Like every time I get an email like, hey, I support a sponsor, I'll be like, I'll send you a merch gift.
Now, back in the day, about like maybe 8 years ago, we would lie to you guys. And we would send you nothing, but we've changed our ways.
Yeah, we have.
We've changed our ways. That's all because of Samantha.
We no longer lie.
But Butler does a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Dejan.
Is
that real?
If you hear anything from Butler, it's a lie. Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's just barfing lies.
Goodbye, car. Welcome back to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. Tom.
Aaron Sorkin.
Samantha's here. Let's do some...
let's do some porking with Sorkin. Sorry. You never know who Samantha's gonna select from celebrity news. Tom likes to gamble, but when he comes in on Monday, he'll always lose. Dan doesn't do anything because this virus has ruined all of his weekends. But let's face it, he wouldn't be doing anything anyway because he doesn't have any friends. That's a good one.
Who's Porkin'? Brought to you by Porky's Barbecue, right there in the heart of Apopka. Swing by and go to Porky's Barbecue.
She sounds so defeated.
What?
And he also like a child. You're like,
Porky's Barbecue.
why did you say it like a child?
Say it like a man.
Yeah, say it like a man. Say it with authority.
Porky's Barbecue. It might be good.
Well, I didn't say that.
That's what it sounded like to me. Say it with some
You
confidence.
did seem unsure.
So like, Porky's Barbecue.
They know.
It's meat for your mouth. Yeah, smoked meat. And it's a treat for you to eat.
Literally not one person listening to this is the first time they've heard Porky's Barbecue. Right?
Yeah.
Like everybody who's listening to this
My buddy Rick.
has heard us say Porky's and have heard of Porky's.
My buddy Rick, I told him to tune in tonight just for the Porky's ad.
It's just,
Who's Porky?
What do we got?
All right, so this week it's not celebrity news.
Blew it.
But people were porking. I had a listener send me this story, so shout out to Michelle. It is a New York Post article about a Louisiana priest who was arrested for allegedly filming himself having sex with two dominatrices on the altar at his Catholic church.
Wow.
Bold move. So
It is.
apparently a passerby was driving past this Catholic church, saw the lights on past the time that it normally is, decided to stop in.
P.S.
Exactly. Who does this? They
Nobody
stopped
does
to
that.
take a peek inside just to see what's
No.
going on. And as they open the door,
I drove past that crazy house that Bart Merrick put on his social
the
media that
flickering
has
lights.
the crazy lights, and I see all the crazy lights. I'm like, I don't care.
right? I'm not
I
stopping.
drive right home.
I'm guessing it has to be somebody that at least attends the church, because why would you care to stop and check in?
I would
right?
imagine it'd be somebody that knows that the lights shouldn't have been
Right.
on.
Or
It is a small town in Louisiana, so it's possible.
Who turns the lights on while you're getting whipped by dominatrix?
Well, you're filming it.
also, there's probably a chance that dominatrix themselves may have told their friends.
That's
or
what I
like,
think.
Hey, I'm going to this church. Maybe it's
Well,
the first
yeah.
time. It's not-
You're not far off. So the
film this guy. We could blackmail him.
Yeah, and get
the
all that
witness
sweet,
said
sweet
that when
Jesus
they
money.
peeked inside the Saints Peter and Paul Roman Catholic Church, that they saw a half-naked priest having sex with two women who were dressed in corsets and high-heeled boots. The altar was also adorned with stage lighting, several sex toys, and a cell phone mounted on a tripod that was recording the act.
Oh, the old cell
The
phone.
old cell phone on a tripod.
Yeah.
The witness took video footage and then called authorities. So they took the time to whip out their cell phone. I guess you have to prove that it was happening, right? Because by the time the cops come, they might have wrapped up their filming.
Yeah, I would
Is
imagine.
I don't know.
He'd be quick.
This seems very sketchy to me. The fact that someone stopped, went to look inside, then
just
filmed it, then called the police.
Seem real to me.
Is what he's doing illegal?
Yes.
Okay.
So the priest, along with the two dominatrices, were booked for obscenity charges. The women reportedly told the cops that they were at the church to film role play with the priest, and cops determined that when they went in, everything was consensual, but still arrested all of them on obscenity charges because they were in the view of the public. Because the church was not locked. It was just, they were just going to town.
Yeah, because
In
the
an open church.
is always open. Is that no?
Yeah.
That's not true, though.
Well,
Maybe Catholic churches. Because, like, in Home Alone, you see them, like, show up in the middle of the night. I'm like, churches that I grew up in, they lock the doors.
Even my church, during the day, there's typically somebody there at all times. And then they do outreach, which means they would do something in the community. If you were homeless, you could show up and quite possibly find somebody to help you.
Mm-hmm.
But Sam's right. They still have hours.
Right.
They have a buzzer that you can get in, but I think the day and age of the old Catholic Church just having its doors
Right.
open,
Yeah.
let the
Maybe giant
let the
cities.
needy come unto me for shelter. I don't think it happens like that
If you're
anymore.
in like downtown New York or something, I mean, not now, obviously, but that makes sense. Like you're a giant city, it's always open 24 hours. There's someone tending
Yeah.
it, but there's like so many people. Okay, this is what is bizarre.
It's like
right?
a 7-Eleven. It's open, but the guy might be outside smoking.
So this is.
You got to talk to him through the window.
Yeah, have the door propped open.
It seems obvious that this is not the first time. Like this is this guy's kink, and this is what he wants to do. Like it's not like he was experimenting his first time with
Yeah, the whole
dominatrix.
setup.
No.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So he obviously graduated to the point where he wanted to pull this was his final mission to like do it.
It does sound like the
Yeah.
boss level of a video game is to do it on the altar with the dominatrix in the church.
Yeah, because
Right.
obviously he's got so much to lose, with his job, and
Maybe
obviously
he wanted-
this is
okay,
illegal.
hold on a second.
He knew. I mean, he must have known this is illegal.
What if this plan went perfectly? What if the execution of this?
He wanted
if
to get caught.
Yeah,
for-
that's what I'm
for-
thinking.
For what reason?
Well, maybe he's. I don't know. What if he gets off on that? What if he gets off on the infamy?
Yeah, but now he's got charges and he's been suspended from the church.
Yeah.
One of the actresses
All right.
from this film
You're a kind woman for saying that.
did post on her social media the day before that she was traveling to the New Orleans area to meet up with another dominatrix to, quote, defile a house of God. So, I mean, if she had a follower that just happened to be in that area,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
they were the ones
But
that...
ruiners, people love
Yeah.
ruining stuff.
And the Archbishop of the New Orleans church did go and perform a ritual that was going to restore the sanctity of the altar.
Oh, okay.
Because it's been defiled.
So they wasted 30 minutes and some smoke. Okay, great.
We should put some smoke on it. All right. No, okay.
Porky's
Hashtag
barbecue.
put some smoke on it.
It all comes back to Porky's.
Did you whip the smoke ball around? Okay, you got it. You got him good.
Which way was the smoke ball facing? Because it matters. Oh, wait a minute. It doesn't.
But it just. It's crazy to me that someone would have the balls to try to pull this
That's why
off.
I think there's more to it.
Yeah, because like at any time you could get caught.
This is like a new thing we're starting to see where we find these guys. You and I do a ton of these news stories where it's a guy, and then we ask ourselves, how many times have you said it doesn't make any sense because he should have known he was going to get caught?
Yeah,
we say that 100 times a
People
year.
are dumb.
I think
That's the
sometimes
thing.
I think sometimes we're looking past something we can't understand, which is that wanting to be caught. There's something to that,
like the voyeur
that gives it like that extra adrenaline pump. It's almost like
exhibitionism.
I am doing
bit.
this in the church. Lights
it's
are
naughty.
on. Doors are open.
Yeah.
This is my ultimate, most dangerous mission.
Well,
Yeah.
also, you know,
Never underestimate horny.
I assume this is the first time he's done this. He could have done this a lot of different times and never been caught,
I
right?
think he has, yeah.
You know, so this could be an ongoing
It could be a
thing.
comfortability factor there too.
And
yeah.
then so he forgot to lock the door. He didn't.
Oof.
He turned the lights on this time. He didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like he slipped up.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that this is his first time and he got caught, but he could have been doing this for years. I mean,
Normally
you could
it's
walk
not
into
their
his
first
house.
time,
There's
right,
a
yeah.
wall of VHS from the 70s. You know, you could
But it's
always.
also like, just do it at your own house. Why are you doing it at the church, man?
Because it's not as exciting,
Yeah,
Sam. You
I know.
That's the part you're not going to be
Yeah.
able to wrap your head around.
That's an illness there.
Yes.
He's addicted to this
Yes.
this behavior.
And he probably has to up the, like, let's say this is his
You're right,
final mission. I mean, what's next after that?
yeah. It's
You know, if he's that way. Now, it could be case by case, you know, who knows, but.
And so we hear about this often.
Oh, Tracy's saying he lives at the church, so that would make sense.
He does live at the church?
That's what
Okay.
she's saying.
But statistically,
Do all priests live at their churches?
No.
a lot of them have.
I don't know much about the Catholic Church, I'll be honest.
houses within. Like I know some nuns do. Like they
But
live
they live
on
in like
premises.
dorms or something, right?
Yeah.
And the priest maybe has a built-in. It's kind of like the White House. It's like you live there while you're.
You have a
the
wing of the
president.
church.
Yeah. It's like a little house. I imagine. You know, some churches have that built in, or
Kind of like a parish.
on premises.
Parsonage.
Like there is a no, I don't want to call it a church, synagogue that's near my house that I see. Like a lot of Hasidic Jewish people live in my neighborhood because they walk on the Sabbath to the synagogue.
Yeah.
And now because of the times we live in, there has to be like a off-duty cop that's there,
Yeah.
sits in there. I imagine because they hired him because it's so crazy. Anyway,
And for traffic and parking.
yeah. But there is a house built next to the church that's on the same property, and I imagine that the who's the head of the Jewish
Jesus.
Yep.
well, I'm saying like what would you call a Jewish priest?
Borat.
I don't know religion. Anyway, but that.
Oh, you mean
make it
a
simple.
rabbi?
Rabbi,
Rabbi.
I knew that too.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry,
like,
I didn't know.
I'm like Googling it. I'm like, wait, I know
rabbi.
this.
I know what a
Brain's
Jewish
not
That
working.
must be
priest
the
is.
rabbi lives there or whatever.
Rabbi definitely got a cooler name, right? He got the coolest name.
Is
Rabbi sounds cool.
It does sound cool. It's part of the deal too. It's kind of like
Yeah, it's part of your
benefit.
it's like your insurance plan.
Or like the company car. You get the house to stay in for free while you.
My
do the
family
job or
church, they have a parish. They're like I think that's what it's called, a parish. That the minister, and then when he comes, when you know the Methodist of Central Florida, when they say, okay, your assignment as a young minister is to go to this church, he gets that and the house to stay at.
Going back to the fetish thing, right? The ultimate curse, because this guy could easily, like, I'm not sure easily. Maybe it's like a secret that you spent your whole life doing. Anyway, but what I'm saying is, like, if this guy and really was just into dominatrix behavior and the S&M, and so like he could just step down from the church and live his life the way he wants to and do as much
With no judgment, yeah.
But it's not just that.
No.
It's the fact that he's a priest
Right.
and that's where he gets off. So sometimes you could be cursed by your fetish because it could be worse for your life, because the fetish involves something that could damage your life, and that's where the fetish goes into. It's not just about the dominatrix.
Right.
It's about the fact that it's ultimately the opposite of what
Right,
he
like it's
stands for.
almost. So you're in a weird way. You're saying, well, not in a weird way. In a way, it could fuel the fetish because he's been denied this type of.
Well, it's almost like your fetish is being into underage people. It's like your fetish is directly contradictory to the law
right.
and to your own
Right,
livelihood, right? You know, it's like, so like this fetish.
Unless you step down and decided not to be a minister.
Well, this is not illegal, obviously. Having sex in the churches,
that's what I mean.
but yes,
that's what I say. Yeah, like, quit your job and then you're good.
But then he don't. That's
Yeah.
not part of the fetish. The part of the fetish is that he does this and he's a priest, which is
Possibly, but we don't know.
One of the ladies actually
seems
started a GoFundMe for her lawyer and medical bills.
medical bills.
Well, what's obscenity charged nowadays? Like,
Well, that's what she's fighting. She's
Medical
saying,
bills?
Yeah,
What's wrong?
she's got. Hold on, I got to go back and
Well,
find.
did the priest do this to her? Because that's terrible.
She says it has caused the chronic pre-existing health condition POTS syndrome to flare up again. It's
okay.
a chronic
Wait,
illness.
just
I've seen those
emotional.
commercials.
But she's saying, we did this on private property behind closed doors. There's nothing illegal about this. So
Well-
she's fighting it.
Well, the law says there is. Obviously, if they're saying it's public property and this indecency, there's nothing against
Well, I guess
filming a fetish video.
I think the
or a-
lawyers were going to probably try to argue it when nobody was coming and going.
Yeah. But if it's open to the public at the time, then
They burned the altar.
Then it doesn't matter.
No, really.
The church burned it. They said they burned it straight to the ground. They said they're going to make a new one.
Oh, don't burn it. Just wipe it down with a Clorox
No.
wipe. It's fine.
Didn't like obscenity.
It's been soiled.
There's a broad definition of obscenity, and it used to be like we make the joke like two life
Everybody's
crew.
spelling out the POTS syndrome. And they're like, you guys have pot syndrome. I'm like, we do.
The obscenity, like hip hop groups and stuff.
Postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome.
Yeah, it's like a circulatory
Yeah.
thing.
So there's been lots of obscenity charges in the past that have been like, oh, you yelled this on stage, or you did this, and you've been arrested. Remember,
Sure.
it happened in the '90s a lot. You go like Two Life Crew would go and perform in
they shut 'em
Alabama,
down, yeah.
and then the chief of police would arrest them after the show,
yeah.
and then there would be a big thing, and they'd be like, this is obscenity and whatever, because I think the definition is broad.
Yeah.
So the cops can, and then it usually gets thrown out. But I mean, there was a time where, and I think some states still have it, where if you film some sort of porno that has like, number
they've
two
done it before.
involved,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
something
yeah,
that
yeah.
would be considered illegal, obscene.
Yes.
Obscene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I might still have a few of those.
Do you think they seized the film, or do you
Cases
think
pending.
you think they're posting it somewhere out there? You think we can find it?
well, once the cops are usually they're pretty.
It'll eventually come out.
Yeah,
in
but
a
can
couple
you
years.
take that? Can you?
What, the cops?
Yeah, it's evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, because they
filmed the
documented
crime. Yeah.
That's absolutely.
They may search his house for other.
You just open up some sort of funnel, right?
Yeah.
If you're doing something bad, they're certainly going to try to find it.
Because he's also a priest, so they may search his hard drive for other things.
Oh,
They may,
yeah.
I'm sure the
Type in kids. Type in
Oh,
kids.
yeah. The county and everything.
Command F. Do a search.
This falls into what people love to fear, which is like a religious icon turned evil.
Oh, get him.
And now he's the devil, and I'm sure there's a bunch of people. What town is this?
I was in Louisiana somewhere.
for sure.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
bunch of people that
Get
want
him.
they want to literally.
Pitchfork him out of
Yeah.
town.
They want to go and burn them at the stake, right? Like the bunch of dodos that.
Now he
this
could
guy
just be
is the devil.
horny priest with two dominatrix. That's it. It just could
Of
stop
course,
there.
yeah.
But they're not going to want it to.
Oh, to this small Louisiana town, this is the incarnation of this is what's a nice ass. So what's the guy? Sorry, the goddamn movie. Al Pacino's the devil. I gotta think. No one can think of anything.
Yeah, our brains are shut down.
Was that Constantine? What was that one?
Constantine
No.
or son of a woman? Or,
No.
Or
But it's
Devil's Advocate.
Devil's
Devil's
Advocate.
It's that
Hoa!
everybody wants to believe that there is some sort of general
But
evil.
son of a woman is nice ass, so I got it right.
What is that? Well, I no, he said that in.
Did he bring it back for Devil's Advocate?
Or maybe I am mixing two things together. I think Devil's Advocate had. Maybe he said great ass. Anyway, it's in there. All right. This guy, he'll never do this job again, right? Or they'll let him.
He's suspended from the church. I don't know
He'll be
how
fine.
long the
he'll go back
suspension
in.
is.
He'll do
or-
his suspension. He'll do his time. And
Don't they let pedophiles keep on going? You know,
he'll be fine.
They let people that they're like, oh, this guy's, let's move him over here.
They'll just
because
put him
he-
in some small town. Yeah,
He's from Pearl River, Louisiana.
yeah. They'll just move him around to some place that doesn't remember what he did, and he'll be fine.
Yeah, but then in the internet day, like everybody,
They still
remembers.
do it though.
They it's hard to get away.
But old people go to church.
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
don't like
yeah.
the internet, so it's a perfect place to be.
Yeah, but if any young person,
Guess what this guy's name was?
Oh, is it funny?
he would have
His
to
name is
change
Travis
his name.
Barker.
Travis Clark.
There's no way. I mean, he'd have to change his identity because
I don't think so, man.
you think
You jump around another town,
I
you're
don't
fine.
think so. There's plenty of people that work in this town that have bad reputations.
Yep. And they just jump
Yeah,
to
but-
another state, another town.
You know how many old people, though, just look out their window? And by saying old people, we're not talking like 80, 90. I'm talking about like 60. They know how to use the internet. Not the 60s that old.
They're not
but
looking up any background checks.
Are you sure? They're pretty nosy.
Nah.
They're not going to search the new pastor's name or someone's
I
not
don't
going to.
think so.
I mean, they might, but
Everybody, like,
you're also
people know what your neighbor bought the house for on Zillow. Like everybody's nosy
But
as hell.
he's just gonna say he took a hard look at what he did and he feels better, and now he's seen both sides, the harder side, and he's been forgiven, and now he's fine. And people, in a world where you're supposed to forgive, it's almost by design. If you don't forgive him, you're not a good Christian.
yeah, but they this
So
all,
they'll just
they
not
pick and
talk about it,
choose.
and he's fine.
I don't know. I bet you this guy never has a job again. People are too because it would be spread around
How
too
does he
much.
survive then?
Ooh, he was also a pastor and chaplain to a local high school.
I don't know. You get a new job.
Yeah, he got removed from that position.
You work at Chick-fil-A. Like,
We'll see.
guess what? They're, you people get screwed, and then you have to figure out it's his fault. He did it. So I don't feel sorry for him. If
No.
he's never a pastor again, like, why is he even a pastor to begin with? He obviously this doesn't fit his
I'll
lifestyle.
see it when I believe it if he gets the other job, because based on what you're saying, then priests that have done bad things and the church finds out about it, then they would be excommunicated, and they're not.
I think nowadays I can't imagine that any priest has any allegations or like solid allegations, and people still follow them. God, I say that now, but then man, there's
Yeah,
so
but
many
I
people
mean,
that
the
just don't
whole
believe
thing with religion, right, is you ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I
So-
think he'll be fine.
I think so too.
People
They'll
are
just put him in some small town, and nobody will really care about it. Or if they did know about it, he'll say he's a changed man, and he's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, people do it. I mean, Shannon Burke has a bigger radio job than he ever had.
Although, it's. I mean, how he's holding up people to a standard. How high do you hold radio show hosts up to?
I understand
Some,
that,
some
but-
people do.
Their standard to me low.
No, I get it, but there are
Yeah.
probably less pedophiles in radio than there are in the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
That's just a numbers game.
No, but I'm just saying, based on what he's saying with the standard, you would assume that a entity that is a religion would have a higher standard than a broadcasting institution.
I just
and they
imagine that nowadays, since the information is so easy to get, that everything, people just look it up and like, oh, look at this person's background. This is what this person did. Spread it around. It's like they,
You'd like to think
cancel
that.
culture.
Yeah. No,
Everybody,
I know.
out there to, anyway. All right.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That was a weird one, too.
Thanks, Michelle.
Yeah, that's a burn the altar. My God. I didn't think they need to do that. Too
I don't need it, a little far. Just sanitize it, right?
You put it in a garage, you paint it, and you bring it back out, and you're like, we built a new one. Like nobody will know. It's like what they do when they get my order wrong at a restaurant. Just scrape the mayonnaise off of it and put the bun back on.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have used that analogy.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Bye-bye. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha, our producer here. Hello, Sam.
Hi.
Butler is in the other room. Fish are still alive.
Yeah.
Tank looks great. Good job. Shout out to Top Shelf Aquatics for fixing what apparently we broke.
Yeah.
Don't know what we did, but
Line got clogged.
Yeah.
The reservoir tank wasn't.
I've been
filtering.
putting every day. I put one trolley sour belt candy in the reservoir because I like
think
this.
that's good.
Okay, I'll stop doing it. But let's just say those fish won't get any of that sweet blue raz anymore that I've been giving them.
You want to hit the? Do we got a new song or
We have. I think we have an old one. Mm-hmm. And
I mean, how many have we?
well, I did one. I did one last week, and then I think we got a new one here.
I think we have probably over 100.
Over 100
Yeah.
of them, I think. So here, let's try this one.
Hey, what's up, Tom and Dan?
Oh, that's not it. Okay, never mind.
Uh-oh.
I thought that was Joey was
That's a
supposed
weird
to
song.
do a new one for us, but he did not. So I'm going back. I'm going to have to go back to an original then. I apologize.
That's fine. That's fine.
And I moved all my buttons, so
I will say
I'm a little confused.
Weird Job Wednesday brought to you by Streamline Mortgage Solution.
Indeed.
You can go to streamlineflorida.com. If you're looking to buy a house, go talk to them. If you want to do a refi, it's just a good business decision. The rates are low right now. I know I refied. Daniel did twice. A lot of people we know are refiing. And here's the thing. If you have a lot of interest, credit card payments and car payments, you want to consolidate, take some equity out of your house, get that cash, and then you only have to make one payment. And it's probably at a better interest rate than all your credit card payments. Like, do what's best for your life business.
Yeah.
And what it's easy because you can do it all over the phone. Just go talk to them, and they'll tell you whether it's a good idea or not.
Yeah, like I had to wait for a while before
the rate wasn't right. I mean, you tell them what you're paying now, what your interest payment was, and like, all right, this is what I want to do. They'll let you know. Brian and his team will let you know if it's the right decision.
Jay Cornell 26 in our Twitch chat room said that they refied last week. And thank you for doing that. We appreciate that. Twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. If you want to be like
it was so easy to
Jay.
do.
And they keep you on file, and they just call you when the time is right.
Their team is so good.
Speaking of the time is right, I think the time is right for this.
Tom wanted to do a bit. He called it Weird Job Wednesday. Dan really likes it. Tom says that's bullshit. It's another Weird Job Wednesday. What are you doing? What is your job? Are you neat? Are you tidy? Or are you a fat slob? Do you make lots of money and you sit up in your tower looking down on all the people who are working by the hour? It's a Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Oh yes, it's Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
Weird Job Wednesday.
Oh, I like that. I like that you gave it an extra beat.
I did the plug before, so I was like, oh.
No, you should have
I don't know
stood
what I'm
there.
doing
You
now.
should have stood there and then grabbed your Diet Coke and then. Weird Job Wednesday. And do it like very NPR style. I like that.
So, what's our weird
Didn't we
job
just
today?
talk to this guy?
I know.
We did.
Yeah, I like this guy.
What's going on, dude?
Hey, how's it going?
This is our friend Rick. What's going on, Rick?
Not too much. Just I'm trying to figure out what job you want to talk about because I threw out a couple of them. So
Another thing I'd like to do when we play the Weird Job Wednesday theme song is just pop up our guest
Yeah.
while it's playing because I was just watching his face the entire time.
Yeah.
And it's weird to watch people listen to it. They're like, this song sucks.
I was going back and forth. I was looking because I mean it's the original, so I'm like I love the original, but there's all the ones that you guys have come up with since.
Don't pander
it was kind of
now.
nice to be the original.
I saw your true facial expressions. I know how you really feel. Let's think. What job do you want to pick from Rick?
Rick, let's go over them. And
I
then
don't know.
we'll pick
Bat
one up.
Boy's pretty good.
So yes, my first job ever was as a bat boy. I was also a clubhouse manager for a minor league baseball team, and I was also a Forex trading instructor. So,
Wait, you taught fat people how to trade?
yeah, kind of.
So
What's a Forex trade instructor?
yeah. What
Foreign
is that?
exchange. So trading the foreign exchange.
Oh, I thought it was fat people.
All right. So, okay, Bat Boy.
No, his name is Rick.
I know when we've talked to a person, I believe, when we were talking about like how it was different back in the 80s as far as growing up. And like, remember Bat Boy, you got locked in the in the clubhouse
You
and you
got
spent the
bullied.
night.
Yeah.
It's all a bunch of dongs.
Yeah, it was Dongs Ahoy.
So, was that your experience, Rick? As far as like, how old were you?
Were you in it for the baseball knowledge or the dong?
Well, I was in it. So I started when I was about 15. So it was like 1996, 95.
Okay.
Good time. A lot of dongs.
A
lot of dongs in 95.
Dongs ahoy.
Yeah.
I mean, but
95
that's not
is like
definitely not why I was
second
there.
or third in total dong scene, I believe.
Like
That's TDS if you're
Yeah.
a professional.
lot of sexism, racism.
Yeah, it was a sweet spot.
Yeah. But it was like it was celebrated.
Oh, yeah. In television shows like Baywatch and Cheers.
But so when you were 15, what is the actual job duties of a bat boy?
So we would have to get there before the game, make sure everything was set up in the clubhouse, and basically in the dugouts. So we'd probably get there 2 hours before the game. A lot of times we'd get there earlier because we'd like to go shag balls out in the outfield while they were taking batting practice.
Yeah, baby.
Just to go out and have a good time.
Tom,
occasionally
why'd
we
you
get
say
to hit
that?
batting practice. So
Can't help it. When someone
and then
says
throughout
shag,
the game,
it's like
You're like you horny, baby. Yeah.
and then throughout the game, we'd have to be out there. You're either the visiting team or home team's bat boy. You'd have to go grab the grab the bats. We had to make sure the umpires had the water they needed and that they had the balls they needed. If there were too many foul balls hit, we'd have to resupply them with the balls. Yeah, we were just there kind of just to help everybody.
So you wouldn't. I thought that every team had a specific bat boy that they travel with. But is it
It's
the actual
BYOCB.
Does the field or the stadium has like bat boys that they give out to visitor? You know what I'm saying? Like, or do you?
It's bring your own bad boy.
You have different teams each time.
Generally speaking, it was you were. At least in the minor leagues, the team supplied both bat boys. So the home team would supply the bat boy for both teams. When you get higher up in AAA and the majors, a lot of times they'll bring their own bat boys with them.
Yeah, you don't want the opponent's bad boy in there. He might be getting some of your knowledge.
Yeah,
taking it back to your team.
So we know now, and it's obviously probably been prevalent through the entire. It probably still goes on in some incarnation we just don't know about. But cheating, like any team wants to find the edge, and of course, it was the Astros, right?
Yeah,
Houston.
So Houston was like cheating. Like blatantly cheating with the sound signals and stuff. I wonder why you would think that teams wouldn't want the opposing team's bat boy in their dugout or listening to them.
I'm surprised we still have that. I mean, how hard is it to bring your own bat, ball, and water to the dugout? You don't have that much equipment.
Everybody wants an intern, especially rich guys.
I don't. I do everything myself.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but you're going and getting the bat after they hit, so to clear off the base paths, things like that. So it's more than just doing it before the game, but during the game, you're trying to make sure it's safe. We didn't actually sit in the dugout, though. We would sit outside the dugout in a chair, so we didn't get to hear anything, except for sometimes the batting or the hitting coach would come out and sit next to you, or somebody would from their team would come out and sit next to you just to
sniff your hair and stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know those guys.
So
yuck.
Let's talk about in the actual locker room. Did you?
You got a lot of rhythmic slapping.
Oh yeah, there. It was dongs ahoy. I mean, it was. Nobody walked around in clothes. I mean, it was either a towel or underwear or nothing. People just everywhere.
I feel okay, and you're a grown adult, Rick. We're all adults.
just got home.
So, and also to Samantha too. So let's say we're all athletes in a locker room type scenario.
No, hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm not sure I can, as the second owner of this company, I'm not sure I can go on board with you setting up a locker room scenario with Samantha involved.
Co-ed locker room?
No.
She's going to be in her own locker room.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's a different sport.
You can do that move like me and my wife do when she's in the ladies' room at a campground and I'm in the men's room at a campground. I make copious amounts of fart noises for her to think that, it's funny.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
it's whatever sport
fun-loving, fun.
girls
bathhouse
play,
fun.
Softball and tennis. I think that's the end of the list.
Casserole tossing.
So
That sounds great. I would do that.
We gonna do
anyway,
that?
so you're in a locker room, and I understand we're all getting changed. There's nothing, whatever.
Good game, ladies. Good job. You really outcooked them today.
But I feel like if there was like a 15-year-old in the locker room,
Boy or girl?
Well, I mentioned the same sex in the locker room, so the 15-year-old boy in there. I understand there's a locker room. Who cares? But I don't know. I'm like a grown adult. I'm like, how about I not show this 15-year-old my dong?
Yeah, I'd be weird about it.
I mean, maybe it's me being a snowflake and not an athlete, and
I think you'd think about it.
I don't think it's necessary.
No, I think you'd be like, "Hey, get out of here! I'm changing."
Why
say that.
Let's have the.
That's what I do now.
Now I know, but I guess if you carry yourself like a professional, then just like you're one of the guys. But still, it's a child, and I imagine some of these guys,
have children.
I don't know what
It was always weird to me too, like. In middle and high school, when you would like go shower after gym class and the coaches would come in, that's weird, right?
Yeah. Well, it'd be
you don't need to come in.
I mean, it's only weird if you
doesn't
don't
matter.
want them to come in. I always wanted my coaches to come in.
A lot of the female coaches were also attracted to females. So
yeah. So
I'm just like, hey, just
like me, I was
shower.
like, maybe this time coach will notice me. I'm like really soaping up good. Say something.
I was gonna, honestly, after like probably my first couple days on the job there, I didn't even think about it twice. It was
I know.
Just people walking around. It was definitely a different. I probably think about it now differently than I did back then.
Yeah.
But I also, I played football and baseball and basketball growing up, so it was a locker room. It wasn't any real different to me from any other locker room.
I know. And I sound like a baby snowflake when I talk about it, but
that's me and Tom's hang-ups.
I think you sound like concerned people. Like I don't think it sounds like a baby. I think you're right. I think most people would do that.
But when you are in a locker room in a sports setting, you don't notice how many naked people there are. It doesn't matter because it's just locker room. Anyway, so
when people are naked, I don't even see nudity. I only see their personalities.
So let's talk about the trader. What is that?
So that was basically I worked for a company that sold software for foreign exchange trading, where you basically you trade on the exchange rate. So the U.S. dollar versus the Japanese yen or the euro or whatever, and you make money based on that transaction. So the U.S. if the U.S. dollar goes up versus the yen, and you have yen, you have the U.S. dollar, you can buy more yen, wait for the yen to go back up, and so on and so forth.
Gotcha. Basically trading currencies back and forth, trying to get any sort of edge. It
sounds a lot like what we talked to our Bitcoin expert about last week.
Sounds super boring. Is that true, Rick?
Yeah, it was pretty boring. I mean, there wasn't really. You would get excited for stupid news that people don't care about, like jobless numbers and, whether the Fed was going to raise rates or whatever. News that is passing in most situations. This one, you would actually get excited, or people would get excited for it. I was training the people who were trading, so I had to know all the technical background and all the technical trading and why things do what they do, more than actually doing the trading myself.
Gotcha.
So Rick, if you are a trader, regardless of what you're trading, is it your job to go out there and try to find people like clients who are willing to invest into you so you could trade their money? Like, do you have to do that, or are you just getting funneled clients? Like, how does that work?
So the company that I worked for, they didn't trade any of their clients' money at all. Basically, they sold software. They were a software company that you would use their software to get analysis of what was going to happen, and then you would also part of the software was I hosted at the time was known as an online radio show. Obviously now it would be a podcast, and so where I would teach people what to look for in certain formations and technical aspects.
Yeah, this sucks.
Oh yeah.
What other job you got,
Let's
Rick?
go back to the dongs.
Let's talk wrestling. What do you want?
For that one.
Oh man.
Yeah, let's talk about how Alexa Bliss is dating old what's-his-name, Ryan Cabrera.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The cruise guy?
Didn't I talk about that on the
Yeah,
News
you
Report?
did, and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a really nice guy. He seems
Is
like a
he?
real sweetheart. Yeah, he does. He was really nice to my wife on the cruise.
Okay.
So I didn't get to meet him on the cruise. I
He
saw
was very
I saw him
nice.
walking around a couple times,
and
but I
we
didn't
were
get to meet him.
bothering him. You know, this is before Alexa.
So
we were bothering him. He's a very nice.
She's
man.
a professional wrestler, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
both in town. If we play our cards right, we could possibly get him in here.
Is Ryan Cabrera, does he fit at all, or is he a typical
Oh, he looks great.
acoustic guitar nerd?
No, he looks cool.
Okay.
He looks like a cool looking dude.
Okay.
Cool. He's a cool dude.
Because, let's say, who's the other one that bangs every hot celebrity?
John Mayer.
John Mayer. Like, he's, you know, we've talked about
I
this.
think Cabrera
He's
comes
skinny,
off
but,
nicer than.
Okay. What I
They're
was,
about the same in the looks department. I think Mayer taller, and I
Yeah.
think Mayer,
Yeah.
is carrying that Thor.
what I was going with is that she is
Big
just a
Thor.
way better, fitter athlete than,
Oh, yeah.
than he is. And
Well, he's not an athlete.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
also, I imagine he would be older now, right? He's like 40.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
she's younger
Rick.
than that.
Did you
Oh,
have-
no problem.
Rick,
No,
are you still there?
Alexa
Hello?
Bliss is-
Rick, put on your Alexa Bliss wig.
Alexa Bliss is like 30, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah, and Ryan Cabrera's got to be in his 40s.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for him. They're a cute couple. It's just a weird, you never expected it. It's just weird.
I mean,
Did
yeah,
you?
it is definitely strange. But I mean, it's hard for it not to be a cute couple
He's
when
38.
Yeah, they're both attractive. They'll have
they're very both
beautiful
attractive people,
children,
so.
my lord.
Did you have any other weird jobs, Rick?
that I can talk about because some of them involve my current company. So I'm going to steer clear of those. But when I was actually promoted from Bat Boy to clubhouse manager with that team, which is basically the team mom. As weird as that sounds, I had to do the laundry, make sure the clubhouse was clean. I was in charge of the Bat Boys. I used to have to go out and run errands for the guys. That was an interesting one.
Did they in the
That's
sports
really weird.
in the sports world? We've talked about this a couple times, but stereotypically we categorize baseball players as the biggest D heads individually.
Well, we have as a show,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we've done the science,
yeah.
we've done the experiments, and
Even
we,
from personal growing up,
we came down that naturally baseball players are just the most or the best at being D heads.
Yeah, because it's a team sport, but it's very individual.
Yes.
So you got the ego involved.
It's it's the best of both worlds.
And then the fact that they can really just be a D head and they really don't need the help of their teammates. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you could be
You do and you don't.
You could be a D head to your teammates, and it's not really going to affect your performance. You know, you can't do that in other sports.
What did you do? I hit 4 home runs. I'm the best.
You know, if you were a quarterback, you're a D head to your offensive line.
Oh, yeah.
They could
Let
start
you get run over.
Yeah, let Aaron Donald kill you.
Go right through you.
Anyway, so do they respect you as the clubhouse manager, or they just bully you crazy?
I can't say they would bully me, but they would definitely pick on both the Bat Boys and me because that's just you are pretty much right. I've met. There were some of the nicest people I've ever met were baseball players, and some of the worst people I've ever met were baseball players that came through.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting to see because some of them, guy by the name of Hee-Seop Choi, who was the first Korean Major League Baseball player, position player. He, nicest guy you would ever meet, would go out of his way. He helped one of our Bat Boys learn how to run properly. He would sit out there for hours with this guy, making sure he got his feet up and
What kind of Bat Boys are you hiring if they don't know how to run?
How is he
Well,
running?
I mean, he knows how to run. It was just not as well as he probably should have.
Yeah.
I wasn't on the hiring. I wasn't part of the hiring. I was just part of the training.
Gotcha.
I like the dichotomy
He
between
showed this kid he had feet.
this Korean baseball player teaching the bat boy how to run properly on his off time or whatever, and then you get this big muscle Dominican D-head. Almost said the word.
Oh yeah.
And then he just D-head to everybody.
He's eating one of those chunky candy bars with the raisins in it. He just puts the wrapper on your chair. He's peeing in your locker.
Couldn't help himself. He bullies everybody, his own teammates.
You just shagged all these balls and they're in a bag and he just pushes it over.
And even in the clubhouse, you'd see the groups separate. You'd have the Latin players, you'd have the American players, you'd have the African American players, and they would pick the lockers like right next to each other. It wasn't, all these guys play infield, all these guys play outfield. It was they nationalities were definitely how the clubhouse was set up.
I think that's like human instinct maybe at the beginning when you don't know anybody. It's like prison or something, you know what I'm saying? Like you just gravitate to...
I look at men's eyes and I'm like, Pornhub, he's a Pornhub guy.
So
put my locker near his.
What do you get paid as a bat boy and then clubhouse manager?
So bat boy, I started at $20 a game and then it moved up to $25 a game.
Those are long games, man.
Does not seem worth it. Well, plus you got to be there 2 hours.
Wait, how old were you?
I was 14.
That is child labor.
Oh my god!
It's like $2.
Well,
you have no business being there. You're a baby.
The game is 3.5, 4 hours. Then you got to be there 2 hours. Then you're 6 hours there for $25.
At least, yeah. But part of it was the experience, and then part of it, there's actually a Florida law written that excludes bat boys and that kind of job from being having to receive minimum wage.
That's messed up.
It is messed up. I think it's changed now, but back in my day, that's how it was.
But I can imagine it's sought after for a 14-year-old to be a bat boy if he's into baseball.
Well, that's why I became a soccer linesman for my first job. Is because it was the sport I loved and I wanted to do it. Yeah, it's exactly what you do.
And
you want to hang out around that environment all the time.
Although you could probably make the argument that the really talented kid baseball players, or more, Rick. Like, are there professional major leaguers that were bat boys growing up?
Probably not a ton. Most of them were practicing all the time.
Those are for the fat kids.
That's where I was going with it.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
Yeah,
but then I was like, maybe there are, maybe they're a judge. What's his first name? But
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
Mike Judge.
Mike Judge. Judge Reinhold.
Maybe he
Judge
was a bat boy, but then I was like, nah, he's using the bat to hit balls.
The bat boys are for the guys that can't use the bat properly.
Therefore,
it's like being a page to a knight. It's like the page brings the sword to the knight. The knight slays the dragon.
Yeah, bat boys end up growing up to do wrestling podcasts.
Or working behind a computer all day.
That's
sorry,
you're
Rick,
not right.
I know.
I would never claim to be a good baseball player. That was not my sport.
Gotcha.
Well, we know you're here.
Yeah, you're not standing on a field, Rick. I see what.
Look behind you, over your right shoulder. Look behind you. There's a white trash can. Inside that trash can is your baseball knowledge.
I've done nothing.
As a clubhouse manager, we got paid. Basically, every player had to pay. We got $500 from the team. And then per month, and then every player, every time they got paid, would have to give me, I think it was $23 out of their paycheck.
23.
It was something stupid. I remember because I had to go back and calculate it all, because if it was 25, it'd be easy, but it was like $23. So most of them rounded up to 25 and could, whatever. But yeah, so every 2 weeks I was getting, $2,000 or so from being a clubhouse manager, and then $500 on top of that.
Was it auto taken out of their check like child support, or did they have to? Did you have to get it from every single?
Where's my 23?
Yeah. Do you have to get it?
I literally had to go to every single player. And
that sucks.
That's miserable.
And for sure they didn't care and didn't remember to do it every single time, right?
Oh, absolutely. And some of them were the worst. And most of them didn't have big contracts because it was single A baseball. So, most of them, some of the guys had massive contracts, but probably 90% of the team was making, $1,200 every 2 weeks or something like that, for for playing professional baseball because they signed they were either undrafted or drafted way late in the draft. So
yeah, so it's not like this $23 is just nothing. I mean, actually,
It matters.
Yeah, it's a portion, a percentage of
but
the
you've got
paycheck.
no middle. You've only got guys that it means a lot to and guys that it means nothing to.
What if they just kept forgetting to pay you? Would you do anything? I mean, I imagine that
I'm going to write a letter.
they can easily push you down. I'm like,
they could. Generally speaking, if it happened for multiple weeks or whatever, I'd have to go to the manager and he would take care of it.
No.
But you were the manager.
No, the coach, like the manager.
the actual guy.
They're not paying me again.
Then
and they pooped in my locker.
Then he gets mad. He's like, God damn it!
I told you guys to ease up on him.
And then every time the tobacco police would come around because there's no tobacco in baseball, I would have to go through every one of the lockers and grab every can of tobacco, everything of cigarettes
God,
and
you're
whatever,
a
and hide it
target.
in my office.
Oh, you'd hide it for him.
Oh yeah, that'll
Oh
work.
yeah.
I thought they did that in the 2000s. That was in the 90s.
That was in the 90s.
That's stupid. Let them. If they want to smoke while they're at the plate, I don't care.
Yeah, they're athletes. They're
Yeah,
fine.
they're grown ass men. Do what you want to do. I think it's bad for you, but do it.
Also, no kid is watching baseball anymore. You're only influencing an old man.
No kid is watching TV anymore. Are you crazy? Baseball on TV? It might as well be an old Civil War drum. Come play this drum.
All right, Rick. Thanks for doing Weird Job Wednesday today. And,
Absolutely.
Be safe out there.
Let's plug your podcast real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He probably wanted to
podcast.
do that. That's why he had the shirt on.
I threw it on, but it's a Top Rope Wrestling podcast. You can go to topropewrestling.com or any major podcast outlet.
There you go.
Search it, find it.
Check it out. It's a good show. I've actually listened to it, so go check it out if you're into the wrestling.
All right, Rick. Take it easy.
Have a good
Oh,
one.
I thought he hung up because he was still there. I got him in mid laugh, so now no matter what we say, it looks like we're being funny.
No, I don't
There you
like that,
go.
yeah. All right, let's bye-bye. Welcome back to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha and Butler are here. Someone in our Twitch chat room. You can watch the show every single day. Twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live, and all replays on YouTube. Just search Tom and Dan Live. Sourdough in our Twitch chat room said, "What is the best pumpkin patch in town?" And I'm going to be honest with the three of you. I don't like pumpkin patches.
Oh,
I've
come
never
on.
been to a pumpkin patch.
Yeah, well, it's because you are one.
There's a good one.
What does that mean?
There's two.
Fat?
No, it doesn't mean that.
There are two
Found the
pumpkin
right spot.
patches that we've gone to that are good, that have
No.
like things.
I'm anti-pumpkin patch. Don't ever go to one, Sam.
That one last year we went to that had like a band playing and a carnival.
Oh, yeah,
Where
the
was
dad
that?
band.
That was
the Blueberry Farm.
the Blueberry Farm
Like it's like
out there.
Hidden Valley Hills or something. They're all named
Hidden
that.
Valley.
Yeah, they're all
It's
named
ranch.
like
Raspberry Rainbow
Yeah.
Farms.
Well, it's big money now if you can, have some pumpkins for people to buy, set up a little carnival, and do some like,
Why don't you and I do a Tom and Dan pumpkin patch?
Then you charge some admission.
Let's get in the pumpkin patch game.
Also, where's the they sell Christmas trees normally, but they do a pumpkin thing too. We've been to that.
Oh,
as well.
Santa's Christmas Tree Forest.
Santa's Christmas Tree Forest is another one. And then you got your church ones and independent. The
Yeah, but they
independent
just
ones.
buy. I think everybody you buy your pumpkins because Florida's not known for its pumpkins, right?
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
We're not a pumpkin state.
You could grow pumpkins here, but no,
But not.
They ship them all in.
I
yeah.
mean, you could grow almost anything anywhere.
There's not a farm, yeah,
because
yeah,
of science.
yeah.
But I'm just saying
the
that.
mass big pumpkin is up north. Yeah, I'm at that.
Now, I think you and I next year. It's never too soon to start. I think you and I get in the pumpkin patch game. I think we could do one of these.
I'm not joking. I almost convinced my buddy the Wizard to start a Gainesville pumpkin patch.
Let's do it.
As a business, and because he The Wizard bought 5 acres in
He's
Gainesville.
crunchy. He's real granola-ish.
It's also Asperger's crazy.
Yes. So if we just tell him, you got to learn how to grow the biggest and best pumpkins ever, he'll get in there and do the science.
Yeah. He's the environmental scientist. He knows about. I text him plant questions.
I'll
all the time.
dress up like either a pumpkin or a tiny ringmaster to get people in.
My idea was, I was like,
you need parking.
Butler will be a scarecrow.
You could grow pumpkins, and then my idea was to attract the college audience because he lived. He only lived a mile from the campus, but he lived in the sticks. So he was going to.
What makes you think college kids are going to pumpkin patches?
Bladder bust.
Because we're offering
drink all you want for $1. First person to pee.
Gotcha.
Well, no, we're going to offer
involve drinking.
free keg beer while you're there looking around for pumpkins.
Yeah, topless pumpkin patch.
Then every hour,
I like this. We run it like Baywatsh. It's bikini pumpkin patch.
Oh man, Baywatch was
Oh, I must have. Dude,
there was Hummers.
I blew my voice out. It was okay. It was 100 cars deep.
Let's talk about this. Screw the stupid pumpkin patch.
We're shifting to bikini car wash here in town.
So I drove by, and then I was like, "Oh my god, it's pumping a Baywatch!"
Oh my god!
And there was 10 cars in there, and a lot of bikini girls, and there was
Wash-ageddon.
You know why? I think most of the adult dance clubs are still shut down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they're getting part-time
Moving,
jobs at Baywatch?
Wait a minute. This is not a nudity thing. This is upstanding bikini car wash.
Mm-hmm.
So
bunchy butts only.
Let's have an honest conversation here.
I feel like we're having a family meeting. Butler, get in here.
Let's have an honest conversation.
He's on an errand.
I send him
He's
out there.
always on an errand.
Always on an
I
errand.
send him out to put the signs. I'm like, put the signs everywhere.
That's what you did to Remy. There were no signs. It was like a snipe hunt. It's a modern day snipe hunt.
So, all right, let's have an honest conversation. Without
all right, we're all
turning
friends
into,
here.
Yeah. Okay, so
let's not go vulgar, Sam.
What?
There seems to be a particular type of clientele
Little
that
pumpkins,
likes
medium pumpkins, big pumpkins
to get their car washed at Baywatch. All right, so
a lot of handicaps.
A
lot of handicaps, dude.
I drive by Baywatch all the time because it's on my way to work. If I don't take Lakemont, I take 436, and I see Baywatch, I always look.
I always take it because of Baywatch.
Yeah, and then on my way home,
the destination.
In the morning, they're never really open. On the way home,
I like to see them setting up. Sometimes you'll see a girl, she's wearing a sweatshirt, bunchy butt.
I don't like that. Yeah.
She'll bend over, she's setting up the sign that says cars this way.
I don't like to see them miserable setting up and regretting their life.
Well, you never like to. You also never
party.
You also never like to see the Winghouse girls in their plain clothes because they were too hot for you, and you said in their plain clothes it made you too horny.
So
that's weird.
Yeah, he doesn't like them in their outfits. He only likes them in their sweats.
So I can imagine that a lot of my buddies I grew up in Miami with would like Baywatch because
who wouldn't like
they are super machismo Cuban men that have always wear slacks and a business shirt, but they're never
phone
doing
on the
business.
outside of their belt.
Phone on the outside. And
they always have way too much cologne on, too.
Way too much cologne.
Why do you have on so much cologne?
They're wheeling and dealing.
They smell like scams.
They drive like a 2012
Denali, right?
No, Mercedes.
I was going to say Audi.
But it's never brand new because
No.
and they can barely afford the payment.
Oh yeah,
and
they're upside down.
They're upside down crazy, and they're like the manager of an audio store. Anyways, so I'm just saying that is the clientele that I see often at Baywatch, but I'm jealous of them.
I own In-Tune Concepts, stereo, and car audio.
And they're super horny. They're on testosterone.
They're also very loud.
They got on testosterone when they're like 32.
Too early.
Too early.
Which actually made them grow a small vagina.
Anyway, so... and every time I drive by Baywatch, they're outside. They're like
standing next to the white resin chairs.
They're standing next to us, just watching the ladies clean their, 2012 BMW.
It did. I just want to ask a question because I'm not familiar. It did come up in the chat. Are you allowed to sit inside the car as they wash? You're not allowed.
No.
You have to sit in the resin chair.
You have to sit in the white resin chair.
Which actually
shame.
It gives you a better view.
That's what I was saying. So if you sit inside, you can't pay less?
Well,
See less? Too
no,
many suds?
No, that's not the point.
Yeah.
What's the point of going? The point of going is to
yes.
see everything.
I mean,
Yeah, but maybe you're too embarrassed to get out of the car.
well, that's me.
That's Tom.
Okay, hey, hold on. See,
Tom
I
is driven
got
by
an
there. He's
idea.
never
All right,
done
he's
it.
got an idea.
Yeah, because so all right. So anyway, the clientele is all the same, whatever.
It's all the same.
And then I'm like, man, I want to get my truck washed there, but I don't.
It can be intimidating. It's like they're talking down to you, like Gwaltney was talking about with learning how to properly use a cigar.
I don't want anybody to see me do it because I'm embarrassed that I want.
Well, you
this,
need a Borat style disguise.
Yeah,
you need a full.
Because there's no way around it. It's cheesy.
Why don't you
to
wear
do
my
it,
mask?
right?
And then I got in there with the hair and the mustache.
And respectable people will think less of you. I'm just saying.
Tuna Daddy in the chat is verifying that you can pay more to sit in the car. He's seen it happen at UCF, and they will press them on the glass for you.
Okay,
Wait, there's one by UCF?
No, he's talking about some sort of charity, like a car wash.
What?
That the cheerleaders or the dancers do, or the.
I don't know that they're letting high school girls press them up against the glass.
No, college.
Nobody's
Oh,
doing
college.
that. High school girls, who wants that?
They used
They
to
do college
they
car washes?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know
There's no
anything about
Baywatch.
anybody under the age of 37.
Hold on, is there a Baywatch near UCF?
No.
Oh, I thought there was only one original Baywatch.
Tuna Daddy says there is
If
a
there's
Baywatch
a second
near
Baywatch, then we
UCF.
got to go on a
in the
trip.
Publix Plaza. He
Bro,
says.
I didn't know that.
I get a
He
pub sub and
expanded-
sit out there and I'm eating like a big fat turd.
I didn't know that gentleman had the ability to start franchising it out. Or
Yep, there's one on Cimarron. There's one on
Hold on a
Goldenrod.
second. I've been wanting to own my own Baywatch franchise for years because I heard if you own the car wash, you own the girls that work at it.
So anyway,
Nexium.
I often want to get my car washed, but I don't want to be shamed in the resin chair because of what if Samantha drives by?
Oh, I
and
drive
sees
by. I
me?
look and
What do
see
you
if you're
care
over
if
there.
I see you?
What if-
You're talking to me
So-
about it now.
I would.
You wanna
yeah.
go?
No, she would definitely be
yeah,
like.
yeah.
She would text me. She's like, "I saw Tom sitting in the resin chair.
Yeah, yeah.
You're right. He is a pervert." And I was like, "I told you, dude. We got to get him out of the.
Like, what if
we gotta
anybody-
take his company stock? Get him
Yeah,
out."
someone else. I just don't want the embarrassment of that, but I want to do it, so I don't know how to get beyond that. I
You
don't
got
know
to wear
what
the
to do.
mask I have in there. Full vinyl mask.
I don't think.
Oh yeah,
Go
no,
with it.
face mask, sunglasses, hat. You're fine.
Okay, mask, Joe Biden oversized aviators, right? Slick your hair back.
Don't wear your Tom and Dan polo though.
No.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's just so all I can do is I drive by and I see the people having,
One day,
and everybody looks like they're having a good time, and I gladly pay for it. I just don't want
put
the
your hand on
embarrassment.
the glass.
And then I thought about trying to figure out some sort of business idea of a webcam, but then I'm like, this is too
Wait a
far.
minute, you're gonna.
What?
So your
If I'm
business
watching
idea.
a webcam, I'll just go watch porno.
Yeah.
So your
Go to
solution.
OnlyFans and just
Yeah,
request a girl to wash
I
a
know.
car for you.
So
So your
now I can't go.
solution to being too
can
nervous to
go.
get your car washed by
I
women in their bikinis is to set up a webcam so you can watch them?
Well, the reason why I'm nervous is because I don't want anybody seeing me there, and I don't want anybody
what?
knowing
What do you
that I
think's
want
gonna
that.
happen?
What do you think they're going to say? Like,
Well, they
look at you!
Yeah, cheesy.
Yeah.
Like if I saw you, come on. If I saw anybody that I know actually there for real, and it wasn't part of a radio bit, or something, I'd be like, "Whoa, oh my god!" I would
No,
laugh.
you should
But you're
not
judging
say
them
a
for
word.
something you want to
you
do.
should not say a
I don't do it. I say I want to, but what stops
Well, I want
me
to do it too, so why
is
don't we
the
both just
embarrassment.
agree to go and not say a word about it?
Yeah, no, because other people will see us.
No, they won't see us.
Yeah,
You would
they
think
will.
that, but
Hey,
they
there's
won't.
a Samantha that works at Baywatch Alafaya.
They'll
All right.
see us. Someone
Go
there.
get some Sam on Sam action.
I can't do it legitimate. The only maybe
What if
I'm
Sam takes you?
Yeah, I'll go
No,
with
if
you.
it's part of a show bit, we've
You
already
just,
done this. We've done this as part of the
Multiple
episode.
times. We've done it like 100 times.
Yeah,
We
said-
did it at Slingshot. We did it with Kramer. We did it with Ross. We've done it
Because
with
you guys
we-
just want to
Yeah,
go.
this is-
We've done it with Lee.
Yeah,
We've done it
I got
with
you.
Fat Dave.
This whole show is just me living my selfish dreams.
Wait a minute. I
We know.
said we had an intern called Fat Dave, and that's not true.
Oh, really? I thought we had Fat Dave.
What happened?
I
to him?
liked Fat Dave.
Well, he died.
Okay.
He never existed.
I knew he was going to die. I knew
So
it.
let's go to. Do they have a phone?
Baywatch? Yeah, I called them. Remember, I talked to the owner, was setting up all the bits. They were happy about it.
No, like right now, if I call her,
We
they're
give
like,
them the most
Thank
free
you for calling
advertising.
Baywatch 434. This is Samantha speaking.
Yeah, they do that. and then
Or is it like, thank you for calling Baywatch. This is Harley. If you would like to speak to one of the girls washing a car in a bungee belt, press 1. If you would like to talk to me about franchise opportunities, press 2.
we need to talk to a girl that works at Baywatch.
We have.
Or an ex-girl that works at Baywatch to
So
find
you
out
want
the real.
you want a woman that
The
worked at
Nexium.
Baywatch, but then transferred and
Yeah,
no
because-
longer is a woman, is now a man.
Because we tried to interview the real girls that work there, but they didn't want to say anything like that could jeopardize
Well,
their
ask the
job.
owner if
'Cause
there's a
Harvey
girl that
was-
would like to
Well,
talk.
no,
to.
he don't
He
want.
was standing in the shadows with a piece of PVC pipe.
How much money could they be making, right?
It can't be a lucrative.
Well, maybe they get a lot of tips from the
It's got to be
creepos.
tips.
Yeah, but like, do they do a good? Well, the lady that we talked to when we've been there, I know we're obsessed with this business concept. But the reason we're obsessed with it is because she swore up and down that you get your car washed better here than anywhere. And I'm like,
Yeah,
well, how
I
could
think-
that be? You're in a bikini.
No, they do a good job. They take it seriously, but it's not even about that. I mean,
I almost don't
okay,
want them to
so-
take it seriously. I almost want a worse car job, but I just want them to, just dance, just twirl around the
No,
car.
that's what they do. They wash and you watch them in the
I don't
resin
want-
chair.
I don't want that.
But that's what you're paying for. Like
What
you're
if
not
I
paying
put
for
you
the
in
wash.
a refrigerator box with an ice holes cut out?
It makes it more creepy. I thought about that. I thought about the shame box that you can get your
Okay,
car
I got
washed,
it.
and
I
then you
got it.
hide in the shame box.
What
but
if
then
you
I was
lay-
like, I have to walk to the shame box. It's like going to get the Asian massage. Like even if you park in the back, someone can see you walking in the back.
What if you lay in the
There's no way to sneak
floorboard
in.
of the back seat of my car?
Well, I can't
And
see
I
them.
drive in. Yeah, you can. You'll see them around you.
No, yeah.
And I'll put
Wow,
a
they
piece
have a-
of cloth over you that only you can see through, but they can't see you.
I have a good vantage point. It's
They
all-
have a 48-hour rain policy, so if it rains, you can come back and get another free quick wash. That's a good deal.
Oh, in Florida,
you know what? I might go get the Griff truck washed. I got to get it started first.
Yeah.
It's just I just can't figure out a good way to use their services.
Now, do you think you're going to feel like really embarrassed once you have figured it out and you've gone through with your plan?
Nah, I've realized there's no way to do it and have any integrity.
Didn't they used to have a nude car wash that you would pull in?
That was a
And then
radio.
No.
Oh, I was like,
I'm not talking about that one. I think that there was an actual nude car wash here in
Orlando?
the early 90s.
They got some sort of
Or it may have been topless. I
loophole.
want to say St. Augustine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And you could pull in, and then they shut the barn doors, and then what happens in there? I don't know.
Yeah,
could
yeah,
be
yeah.
anything in there.
yeah. There's a topless car wash.
there's a naked car wash in Tampa.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, that makes sense. Like the strip clubs
Let's
often
go.
do this
Now
because
that is a go-to show, my friends.
they can get the same licensing on their property as long as
Oh, yeah,
everything's
1991, there was one in Orlando. Car wash lets tops down. It was a topless one, not nude.
Yeah, it was like a thing. It was it was fun.
Yeah, I'm just saying. There's the
Remember when we used to wash cars with our boobs out?
everybody wants to go, but the certain clientele that's not embarrassed to be seen.
I think my dad drove his motorcycle up there before he passed away years ago because it's been there a while, or there have been incarnations of this. And I think he did the same thing you did. I think he was like, I just drove by, saw some bunches, and drove home.
yeah.
That's all he needed. He didn't take much. He had Arizona jeans and Harley boots.
I wanted to talk to one of the guys that goes to Baywatch, and then while he's sitting in the resin chair watching,
What are you thinking about?
Yeah, but like, well, you know that the public, like, and everybody, like, seeing you there, it's like they assume that you're just a pervert and that you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well.
I want to know what the girls think.
all guys
Do
are
the
perverts.
Do
Right,
the girls
so
think? Like,
we're
if we
wrong.
ask the girls from Baywatch, like, if we're like, what do you think of the men? That's what I want to know. When you see these men in the
But they
resin
got to be
chairs-
honest. So it
Yeah.
has to be like a former worker, because if they still work there, they're not going to say anything bad about it.
Yeah, but they've already accepted that they know the deal. They're like, all right, I accept the deal. I have a good body. I wear in bikini. These creepos watch me wash
Yeah, but they
their car.
won't. That's what
and
I'm
I
saying.
make
They
money.
won't say creepos, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Maybe they're like, well, I understand men, they more horny, so they want this thing. I don't know what they. Yeah, but you're right. It's
No.
but they all.
We love our clients.
Everybody knows.
It's a great job.
Yeah,
Everyone's super cool and
That's
nice.
kind of what I was
Well,
getting.
there's a certain demographic that also is willing to do that, and it kind of all, this is a stereotype. So, there it is.
Let's go to Baywatch.
Let's do it. Horny now.
Bye. Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan, and you know what time it is.
Party! Pizza party!
What?
Party! Pizza party!
Come on, everybody.
Hey, look here, there's a brand new game, Pizza Party. That's the name. You make a pizza, as you can see, with onions, mushrooms, or pepperoni.
Party.
You lose if you have to switch, so you better be sharp. You better be slick.
Party.
Pizza party! Party! Pizza party!
Because it's Friday.
Okay. All right.
This guy really
It's
hates
fun.
fun.
We're not having a pizza party, though.
Wow.
So you just want to sing
Thanks
it?
for crushing my
I was
dreams.
using the song to inject the same amount of energy and fun as an actual pizza party. Just a little bit of fun into our Fun Friday.
Has anybody ever had that much fun at a pizza party?
When I was a young kid, that's when we had them. That was the greatest time. You didn't give a crap about anything.
I mean, as soon as they said it, they'd be like,
Yeah.
you'd be like, oh man, they'd be like, but we're having a
The
pizza
pizza
party. That's what I would
Well,
do.
if it was a pizza from grade school, then it would be amazing. 'Cause that pizza
yeah.
was.
I feel like
I got a line on that if you want some.
Are you serious?
I can get it,
Is
yeah.
it really the same?
It's the
stuff?
real with the tater tots
it's
underneath.
not good. It's your nostalgia. You makes you
Yeah,
think
it makes
it's
you
good.
think it's good.
garbage.
So what
Plus,
did you?
how clean you
I mean, but
eat,
I like
that's gonna mess you
Tostitos.
up.
But I like Totino's pizza.
Totino,
though,
it's
so-
Totino's.
Yeah, I know. Totino's.
Do you eat them?
Oh, I buy the 3.
Oh,
$3 ones?
dude!
How do you feel about
I
the
put 3 whole ones in there.
Oh, you eat?
Oh my
three?
god!
I fold it and I eat 3.
That's diarrhea city, dude. Like that's enough.
No, it's more Sodium City. I go from like. I immediately.
Sodium.
Oh, can you do it before and
immediately-
after you eat 3 Totino's pizzas?
I get red, bloaty patchy, red as a fire engine.
That's not good for you.
No, it's not good at all.
God,
I blend in with his couch perfectly.
With the steroids, the sodium.
garbage.
So it looks like the sauce that's on it. I turn to that color.
And somebody as healthy as you, like
Yeah,
you
I
eat
think
so
it's
healthy.
worse than a
Oh,
big
it is.
fatso.
It is worse. That's what's giving me.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped doing it. I haven't done it in a while. but
You're
yeah.
exactly
A
right.
big fatso's used to the sodium.
I don't know about the way you're saying it, but you're exactly right.
My body fights it like it's an antibody. Antibodies
it's
fight
COVID.
it.
It's
Like it's a
ventilator.
You're eating COVID every Friday. All right,
So-
what did you have on the docket today, Mister? I
Okay.
hate fun on Fridays.
Two things. And first thing I want to complain about
Oh,
is,
all right.
complaining. It's Friday.
It's complaining Friday.
is Seth sends me a text.
Welcome back to Tom Van's Take a Number.
And you know what? I'm figuring it out. I think it's because everybody knows I won't show up, so it's a free nicety to send me an invite to their birthday party because they know.
Was yours personal? Mine was personalized.
That oh yeah, mine was.
Was yours a group message or was yours have?
No, it had details.
Yeah, that only you would know in it,
yeah,
right?
yeah, I'll
That's
send-
what a good friend does.
Yes, yeah,
you would
I'll-
never do that to me. You would throw me in the same garbage group message with all of your enemies.
I copy and paste 80% of it, then I detail about 20% of it.
Doesn't matter.
But I
Still took
detail
the
it for you
effort.
guys.
Still
Hey,
took
it's the
the
20%
effort.
that
Yeah.
matters, Seth,
Okay.
and I appreciate it. This guy doesn't appreciate it. He couldn't even find your text.
You know, like I said, we pay attention to detail.
He doesn't even have your number saved in his phone. He just has to look at all the numbers he doesn't have names by. And he scroll. Oh, he says karate in this
It
one.
just says Kimbo Knockout Man.
That's all right. I already told you. Mine says drunkie still. So.
Oh, take
Well, it plays into this text message. So immediately I get mad because there's a photoshopped poster of the party, which I
Oh,
don't
no.
like.
That's
already.
a Cadillac Pat move.
Yeah, it's Halloween 2020
Why
at
did you didn't-
Casa de Silverback.
You didn't. I
That's
love
my name.
that.
Casa de
and
Silva.
it's a. I'll show the.
Oh, I might have deleted it.
Oh,
Send me
wow.
my invite again.
I'm showing Twitch here. It is it's a Photoshop of. Is this Mortal Kombat? What is this?
No, it's
Street Fighter?
Okay, no, it's Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Yeah.
and there's a story that goes with that because we're too old to know what that is. But the girl that I'm dating, I know that was her childhood thing.
Oh, okay. So it's
I
some
agreed
kid's
to go.
cartoon.
It's a kid's cartoon.
The last air blammer.
it's weird.
the PJ Masks outlet.
Oh no.
My girlfriend likes it.
Dress as Paw Patrol.
So it's photoshopped. You are the head guy, I guess, and there's other people I don't recognize that I assume that are your friends and maybe your girlfriend mixed in there. I can never tell when.
I don't want to send you yours again. I just realized something.
What?
Nothing. Just keep going.
Why can't you send it to me again?
It's what I said in there. I didn't realize. Jesus
What?
Christ.
It was funny. I
Wait,
thought it was
I
funny.
think you were drunk when you wrote this.
Well, he's high or something.
But I was?
Well,
You can read my read
he's
it.
bullying
What did
me.
you say?
I'll send it to you right now.
Yeah, I'll read
So
it. It's funny.
The message is this: Dear Drunky and my future wife, you are cordially invited to Halloween
I forgot I
2020
said that.
at Casa de Silverback. I'm limiting invites this year, so please don't invite anyone. It's my party. I want who I want. Kidding, but seriously.
Wow, you're rambling.
I know how you
He
feel.
was feeling good.
He had to say kidding. He was like, but then he's like, I'm
Not
serious.
kidding, bro.
I know you're not kidding.
Kidding, not kidding.
Yeah. I'm trying to
man,
keep the
that's
numbers low this year, which I know is a lie.
No, I really.
There will be snacks, a bartender,
What kind of snack?
tips appreciated, which tells me you hired a bartender and
Yes, I
promised
was
him a
hired.
lot
Wait,
of tips.
is it a
so
little
it's cheaper.
person bartender?
No, it's the same girl I always use. She's
I
the best
only
bartender.
come to parties that have midget bartenders.
Me and Daniel?
It's a rule.
Yeah. We come from 90s radio. We die in 90s
I need
radio.
somebody on my level to talk to.
Yeah. So then it says there will be snacks, bartender, tips appreciated.
Snacks. What kind of snacks?
No,
Oh, I
nice.
usually have really good food there. I usually get it catered.
Well, food is different
I
than
usually get it
snacks.
catered by Gringos Locos.
Oh, well, that's not
But
snacks.
I'm not going to do that this time. it'll be Pop Tarts,
Chex
Hershey's,
Mix.
Kisses. And
Yeah,
it'll be that type of party. My New Year's
Pop-Tarts
party.
and
My
Hershey's
New Year's party. I do big with the catering.
It says
Hershey's Kisses.
Pop-Tarts?
Oh, my God. What, you just
tons of
find
Pop-
some stuff
I
in
do.
it?
I just go down the candy aisle at Publix and I do this.
Everything in, all the garbage.
it says headless horse transman.
What?
That may have been a typo.
No, it wasn't.
Wait, you have a trans? That's progressive.
A headless horse transman. Yes.
That's awesome.
It says spirit and dress up, or I'll beat you up. Your mom.
He's drunk. He's out of control.
No,
I'll beat your mom's face in.
It said, so please be in the Halloween spirit and dress up or I'll beat up your mom.
Party starts at 8 and goes till the cocks cry. I don't know if we have to cut that out, but it means rooster.
No, it means roosters cry.
It says you should have my address, RSVP this bitch.
This is the one I laughed at. It was super funny. This is what he said.
I'll come pick you up blindfolded. So much are crazy.
For me, it says, so mine, and you guys know the month that I've had, and Seth goes, he says, please, wait, hold on. It says, you're cordially invited. It says, I'm trying to keep the numbers low. And so then he gets to the part where it's me, like he's making it specific for me. And he's like, so many costumes, so please be in the Halloween spirit and dress up or I'll beat up your dead mom.
Oh, you added it. Okay. Oh, okay.
That is brutal.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I laughed at it. I knew you were joking around.
So, we're doing real bad. So,
I'm glad you guys had me.
now,
I thought it was
Seth,
funny.
what makes you think that? Now, by the way, this is Halloween night. By the way, it's
No,
not out
Saturday.
the next day or
They
whatever.
have children.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm not taking my kid trick or treating. And there's a GD virus.
Well,
out
what are you
there.
going to do with
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Take
but
it
I
to
don't know.
Seth's?
She's safer at
Exactly.
home, and I'll go to Seth's.
Yeah, I can't. What am I going to do?
I'll leave
like,
her at home with my wife, and I'll
Hey.
go to Seth's and look at all the skimpy costumes on all of his girlfriend's friends.
Well, you know you're never going to be allowed to do that. Like, there's
I would
no
totally
way.
be allowed to do that.
Yeah, well, you would be. Yeah, sure. It'd be you.
I'll be like, oh, I'm all stressed out. It's been a rough month. I need to go look at some lingerie costumes.
So
And then,
so maybe you can get Daniel, but what makes you think that I'll be able to leave
Well,
my family
His best
kids?
friend.
My sister has 5 kids. They're all going to be doing other things on Halloween other than trick or treating, and
Were
she
they
said she's going
older?
to try to make it. No, a couple of them are younger. They're like 10, 11.
Oh, yeah, well, that's old enough where I feel
Yeah,
like they
they
at
can
least
stay
hang out with their
home.
friends and, like, you know, the parents start doing their.
Because once in your life, I figured you'd get some balls and be like, you know what, I'm going to go have
there
some
it is.
fun
Yeah.
and go do something
why
with
don't we
my
get
buddies.
a group? Well, let's get a group babysitter because our
Yeah.
kids have
Yeah.
been around each other recently. Let's get a group babysitter, drop them off, and then let's all go to the
Have
party.
Butler watch your kids.
Oh yeah, we can have Butler watch it. Well, that's like having a kid watch your kids.
Right.
Also,
That would scare me, actually. No
What-
offense, Butler, but
what about this party?
it'd be really fun.
Does anybody think is going to be fun?
Wow.
Well, you can leave a not. I mean, you walk in.
Are you
going to
have games?
No, we have
Bobbing
a whole,
for apples
We have a whole.
and-
Oh, we got like flip cup and thumper table.
got
and-
cornhole?
and-
It's
and
more.
cornhole.
It's more frat boy.
Yeah, it's frat boy. Huh?
So,
Yeah.
so I go to this frat boy
Spend the
party.
But we got a
bottle in
we
the-
got a DJ spinning like the
Oh
Halloween
my god, who'd you
tunes.
get?
I
DJ
show up.
Icy.
My neighbors are both DJs.
It's
They're gonna-
Pat.
Sandy.
COVID crazy.
It's all no. And let me preface. This is all
young
outside.
people. They're
This
not
is
afraid
all-
to get COVID. I'm the oldest old man there.
Welcome to COVID Fire Fest. Who wants to get coughed on?
Everybody's in shape. I'm the fattest one there. So
This is all
Tom's
outside.
gonna do a belly flop. Oh yeah.
but honestly,
Oh,
so
we get skinny dipping you.
Oh, that's what I need. I gotta see some bush.
so I'm saying, honestly, I forgot how to even have fun
To have
at
have a party?
We know.
Well,
we know
what-
because every time
what's
we bring up
fun?
something fun, you crap all over.
So I go there. I go to the bartender. I get my drink. I start getting drunk because I want to get drunk.
of course,
right?
yeah.
So I start getting drunk. And then what am
What
I
do
doing?
you walk
Do I
around, you
small
You
show-
talk?
dance.
Yeah.
You dance. You play some
Dance.
flip
Show me how you
cup.
dance.
I don't dance.
I have a whole dance floor. One of the garages is going up, and it's going to be a dance floor with the fog machine and lights and stuff like
But
that.
who do I?
Who do I dance with?
No,
Your wife.
No, I'm not good.
Yeah, your wife.
No,
No, I'll be
I've
dancing.
never
I'll be
danced.
dancing with your wife. You-
Who's gonna dance with me and Sadie Hawkins today?
No, I'm just saying I don't go to parties and dance. None of
We
us do
dance.
either.
I do.
Maybe Samantha, but I know Daniel doesn't.
You can bounce. You can sit by the dance
I
floor. and
dance
bounce.
more than
Go
you
swimming.
dance.
No,
Yeah.
You're not going to Seth's party and you start dancing in the
Yeah,
dance
I would
floor.
do the Long Beach.
No,
I'd do like this.
So then,
Yeah.
Snoop. I'll do the Snoop.
so I was just small talking a bunch of bros or girls that are either 22.
They won't really talk to you 'cause
Well,
you're
I
a
have
narp.
I have nothing in common
Well,
with
wait,
the 23
they're not
year old
gonna-
Yes, you do. You both want to have sex.
No, she does
They
not
don't
wanna
want to have sex with him.
Well,
I'm an
they just
old
do in
man.
general.
That's you know.
Will you have sex with me?
yeah.
I'm an old
They
man.
wanna have
That's
sex
so
with-
fun.
Yeah, Seth's all ripped. They go, of course.
And all those guys
My
aren't gonna-
costume has a shirt off.
They're
too.
not going to talk to you
But
because
also-
you're a narp.
What-
It happened at the Italian
No.
restaurant when I
There's
sat
gonna be
down.
plenty of narps.
When I
No,
sat
this is
down,
not-
they looked at me and they're like, "Don't talk to the little one. He's
No.
a narp."
No, I mean they'll talk to me. Well, what fun am I going to have?
You're a funny guy. You're talking.
Make a joke.
Not on purpose, but you're.
Yeah, make a joke. Fall through the cake.
Yeah, I want to do that to make money. I want to go and entertain a bunch of bros and 22-year-old girls. What for? What? What fun
So
am I having?
you can't go to the
And then I
party
get
and just have a
ass-face?
drink?
Yeah, but what?
Here's something.
Explain the fun.
Here
You
you
go
go.
to bars now, right? And
No.
He does not. But here's the thing.
He used
Earlier
to.
this week, we talked about Baywatch. And you said you're embarrassed by it. Here's your chance to
Yeah.
see hot young girls in skimpy outfits, and you don't have to be the weird
And
old
my
man
neighbors-
that's sitting on the
My neighbors are
chair.
gonna have tons of those.
There
girls.
you go.
And all we
Are the
need-
girls dressed like
Lingerie?
It's Halloween. They always dress like
Oh
lizards.
yeah,
so,
like slizzards.
So
Lizards.
now, okay, so I go
That
there
is so
just to
outdated.
creepily look
like
at young women
yeah,
dressed.
but the secret
like
is
hot
you and
witch.
I. The secret is you and I.
All
And it's a
right.
little dated, but it still might fly. Are wearing custom Daft Punk helmets, so nobody knows
I
that
was gonna
we're zoom in right on the camel toe.
Because
I was
then
going to say you guys could be the Blues Brothers. Just keep your sunglasses on.
I don't need a stinky old blues brothers. Was it
But then you guys could do
1979?
Then they definitely will be out
A
there.
matching costume.
Talk
Why
about
don't we just do
outdated.
John Belushi cheeseburger bit?
so the young.
Oh, they won't know who you are. They won't know who you are.
Goes two of the three amigos
Hey,
and
look,
see
we're
if
the
people
fat
are
guys from Universal Studios.
They're dressed like the fat guys from Islands of Adventure.
Hey, look, Butler's playing a saxophone solo. He works in the bread factory. Oh, here comes Aretha Franklin.
So you want me and Daniel to show up as the Blues Brothers and and behind our sunglasses just creepily stare at
That's the best thing
scantily
Sam's
clad
That would make my night.
25-year-olds.
Sam wasn't dressed like the Blues Brothers. Is the greatest thing.
If you guys did that, that would make my night.
So-
Oh,
See,
you made
can
me
make
cry.
Seth's night if you
Yeah.
do it.
So it's all.
Everybody needs somebody to love, and then you go, "Someone to love,
No, but
sugar to kiss, sugar to kiss."
So my
the Blues Brothers.
my fun would just be to creep out on like
No,
hot
creep
girls.
out on
no.
Because I'm
You
just
know.
I'm staring at it. I'm
They
looking.
don't know that.
No, I know, but
You got your
you
Daft
can
Punk
look.
but that's the
helmet on.
reality. But there's no other fun beyond that. Is going to
He
be.
said he's going to have games.
Yeah, he's got drinks.
Oh my
There's gonna
god!
be DJs.
games.
And you can talk to.
DJs.
Well, what would you normally be doing? Just laying on the couch
Nothing.
watching Eastbound
I
and Down or
mean,
The Office?
hang out with-
Oh, look, he's watching The Office again for the 9th time. That's fun.
I aged out of it. I'm done. My life is done. Well,
Oh
it's not all
my
our fun.
god, this is sad.
It's just seriously.
You've lost your mind.
No,
He's gone super crazy. Even I'm not this curmudgeon. He's like, my life's over. It's done.
No more fun.
God.
well, because I the problem is my fun.
He aged out of fun.
It
I didn't know that was
transitioned
possible.
into family, and I just.
But that doesn't mean you can't have a little bit of yin and yang in your life, man. Like just a tiny.
You know who
But
would
that
be
kind
fun
of
at your
fun is
party?
a young man's
Yang.
game.
You know,
Or-
I think it's yin and yang.
It's yang, actually.
Yang. Is it yang?
It's
You
yang.
know more about it
It's
than I do.
yang.
Hey, answer me this, Seth. Don't you think that his wife would probably, in this scenario, without him around, be a lot of fun? Because,
No.
like, you can say what you will.
Good
That'll
point,
be
Dan. How
That'll
about
be
you
put a
direct yourself?
cigarette out in the pool scenario.
Crystal gets a lot of
Yeah.
stick on this show
Yeah.
for, being the, she's the boss. Oh, look at the old crow. It's not true.
Last time I saw her
not
out
true.
when I broke the bricks on you, she was
She's-
having a grand old
she's
time.
fun.
She was fun.
Well,
She's
that
one of the only
fat
people that I
drunk-
know that dressed up for the 90s party we did for our 9 years. She
Yeah.
had a full
Oh, yeah.
90s outfit. She's
She was
really
dance
fun.
crazy.
She has more fun in her than
She
I
does.
do. And
She's going to have about 9 inches more fun in her.
Hey.
Come on.
I shouldn't have said that. I saw Soapy butt, so I felt the need to. I overstepped my butt.
Yeah. It's and I hate that. I know how I sound. Everybody's making fun of me, but it's like as a guy, a dad with kids, it seems ridiculous that I'd show up at Seth's party and then what? Let's just stand around,
This is
small
most
talk.
guys that are dads with kids. This is their dream to get invited
Yeah.
to Seth's party.
But then they think that, but
I just
they
think you're overthinking it. Like I have
Yeah.
never
I think
been
once
invited.
you're there, you might be like, "Oh, I really don't feel like doing this." But once you get there, have a few drinks in you, start talking to people. Like,
Yeah.
have a
He
good
also
time.
won't dress up though because he doesn't like.
Oh well, then I'll beat up your mom.
I have never been
Yeah,
to
what do
a
I-
party in 44
I bet his mom's
years.
a good party.
Oh, Marilyn's awesome. I've never been to a party in 44 years of living where I've gone, well, what am I going to do? Like, I've never put
Right.
that much pressure. Oh, that sounds almost like anxiety. It's almost like you're
Yeah.
trying to, like it's you don't need to do anything. What if you just stood there with a cold beer and waved
Talk
at-
to your friend.
You don't know. You don't even need to do
Friend,
that.
I don't know. I don't
You
know
know Seth, you know
you know
Dan.
everybody.
I know most of those
Seth,
guys.
wife?
his bro friends.
No, you're gonna know most of them.
Filthy
He's a Russian.
Tom. We just start talking about old times.
he won't
Do
be
some
there.
marketing, maybe.
That's
you
what
can find
happens.
Is the
somebody.
Russian-
Like, hey, remember the boxing
Yeah, the Russians
match?
coming.
The crazy Russian will be there.
He's out.
Felicia is going to be there.
Yeah, she's
Spencer?
sweet.
Yeah. Then I just start
She's gonna
interviewing
kick a
them.
can off your
Yeah, let's kick a can off your head.
There goes the party. Then I'm drunk in the bar again.
We can finally do the watermelon. There's no God, nunchuck kick off your head.
Come on,
Well,
that's
but
fun.
is that fun? Is it?
It is for me. We're doing it.
Well, I guess the only way we can solve this is for me to ask you honestly,
Yeah.
with your serious hat on, what's fun?
I don't know anymore.
Oh, no.
Oh my God, that's
Okay,
sad.
wait. Look, can I ask you this? Is
yeah.
the opposite? Is what you're doing now with your kids?
No,
So you're not having
it's
fun now either.
responsibility. I have little spurts of fun, and then just general. You're just got mad.
You are my funniest friend.
You're not having fun ever.
But everybody won't admit that.
Is this fun?
No. Does it work?
That's true. It is work.
Yeah. I mean, if I could just walk outside and just keep walking, I'd do that.
That's fun. Walking away is
Walk
fun.
outside and keep walking.
Something's happening
What?
to him, man.
Do you want to Forrest Gump your life right now? Just
No. I'm just saying.
Something's going on with this guy, man.
Walking.
Oh man, if you come in like with a,
I just want to listen to my
are you
game.
having a midlife crisis? Or something?
Yeah.
I just listen to my gambling podcast, then gamble, lose, and then be mad at myself
And
that I'm
then just
horrible
keep
at
doing
it. And just keep doing
Till death?
And then I'll play with my kids, and then I'm like, oh,
Which is not
God.
fun.
No,
And then you're-
I do have
wait
fun
a
with
minute.
that.
He says, I just want to gamble. Listen to my gambling. Wait, I just want to listen to my gambling podcast. Gamble, lose, do it again, play with my kids. Oh God! What is that? Was that you dying?
no.
Was that you dying?
No, it's all
What was the-
fine.
what was the oh God?
No, because I started to realize what it was when you say it out loud. I don't know.
Oh, this is so sad.
You saying it out loud is what we see is happening.
This is why Crystal gets mad at me, and I stopped talking
Let's
in car
go,
rides.
dude. Group. I'm telling you,
Wait,
group
wait.
babysitter. Let's just say we're only on the hook for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Let's start slow. Group babysitter, Maisie, Tommy, Max, and then we all get dressed up. We go over
No.
1 hour,
It's Halloween
1
night.
hour.
I
That would
can't.
be-
Try
I'm
some
not
fun.
leaving
After
my
they go to
family.
bed, they trick or treat at 7
Dude, his
o'clock.
kids
That's when
don't
it's
go
like-
to bed until 12 o'clock
Yeah,
at
man.
night.
Like
So then you be a man and be like, hey, you listen to the babysitters go
That'll
to bed.
never happen.
Well, you still take them trick or treating, spend family time, and then take an hour at the end of the night to go. You see that in movies all the time. Kids
Yeah.
go with their kids and they
Yeah.
go to the adult party.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm never
It's
wrong.
what they
Wait,
did.
why did you stop talking on car rides?
Well,
Yeah,
because-
we glossed over that pretty quickly. Didn't
Yeah,
we?
I need to know
Whoa,
what that was.
That sounds insane.
my outlook on life and why you guys Crystal gets also
Grim.
mad.
It's grim.
I started telling
Why
her
are we
about
getting
something.
food? Why are we in this car? There's no
Where are we
reason we should
going?
be in this car.
And-
This car's not fun.
I tell her some theory, and she's like, "My God, you're like a GD robot. You're an insane person." She's like, "Don't you ever just you can't contain yourself with laughter or whatever?" And then I tell her like, "I can always contain myself." And then she gets mad, and then I just stop talking, and then that's it.
Yeah.
I think my husband's kind of turning into you.
Yeah, it's not fun.
He's young.
You know,
every
it's when you're younger and you're like
I
me.
get it. I'm not like I used to.
Yeah, okay,
I can't do. I was doing this
Seth.
every weekend. I can't.
Seth.
I'm hesitating doing it 2-3 times a year now for my little get-togethers.
Did you?
Now we get a
That's
virus.
enough.
Did you ever see
Right.
your dad at your age? Like I'm trying to think back.
Yeah,
Like
yes.
now my dad was younger than I am at this point.
Yeah.
But like my uncles, any male figure in my life, they never had fun. Like they just
I remember-
worked.
My parents partied.
I remember
did?
it was miserable, but then they went out and had fun. I remember even
I
Halloween
never
around
saw
this
my
time.
phone.
My
where-
dad missed me playing the cow in the nativity scene because he ate too many Horty orbs at the party and he was puking in the back of David Martin's car.
Maybe I didn't
Yeah.
see my
My
adult
dad was
male
party
figures.
crazed. My dad would go golfing, he'd come home drunk. He'd go cycling, come home drunk.
Have you seen our BDM group? They're all drunk
Dads?
at parties.
Yeah,
My
but
mom and dad would go to parties, and mom and dad would dress
Yeah.
up. My dad's Dracula.
There was
My-
drugs everywhere in my house.
I don't.
Hell yeah.
I don't respect any of those people in the
Wow.
media.
I like where this is going.
I'm saying all my male.
He's lit the self-sabotage fuse.
all the male figures in my life never had fun. All my uncles, they're just like, oh, look, he owns an AC company, miserable. He just drinks 12 Bud Lights a night and passes
You know
out.
who's fun?
That's what I thought you were supposed to do.
You know who's fun? Is
Huh?
Grizz and Lil Grizz.
Yeah.
They know
Grizz
how to
knows
party.
how to party.
They know how to party.
Well, that's you grew up different.
Well, I'm sorry.
No,
that-
you're coming. No, you're coming. Sam's come too. I didn't send.
I
it
didn't
to
get
her, but-
invited, so I ain't going nowhere.
I meant to send one to you. I just don't have your number.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
don't give me your
I know
number.
he doesn't have your number, and it
You-
would be
Yeah.
creepy if he
Don't
had.
give him your number.
Don't
We
ever
can
do that.
communicate via social media.
Don't give him
Oh.
anything. Don't even let him know you're alive.
Yeah. As soon as he gives you his number, or you guys
Done.
have changed number,
Oh,
then
man.
I'll
I've got some voicemails I still have on
Oh,
old phones
those are
that
a
you
while.
left me.
Those are a while ago.
Well, that's my cash-in phone. I've got it still on a charger, and it's got
I'll get
If you don't come to this Halloween, I will leave some sort of evil voicemail.
I want you to do that. Those are great.
I mean, listen, I'll ask Crystal and see, like, hey,
She'll wanna go.
Or at least she
when's
can
the
come.
party over?
Let's call her.
Can I go, like, when
Dude, there's no time party.
You got her
You
number?
don't put a time that it ends to the cocks cry.
When does it start?
what if I, okay,
It starts at 8, so I'm guessing people
Okay.
get there on the 8th, 9th.
I don't like dressing up for anything, and because it involves like having some sort of spirit.
Fun, yeah.
So when I put on the costume, I feel like an idiot
But
immediately.
everybody else is going to be in a costume.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, I know.
Then you're going to be
But-
the odd man out if you don't.
I know that's the worst part. So then I show up and I still feel stupid dressed
Just
up.
wear the bear suit.
What about your bear? That's what I was thinking. What about your
No,
bear suit?
God.
That's what
I'll have you up to the DJ
No.
booth. I'll introduce you.
No, then the
I'll be like-
Russian. I'm done with that.
I mean, what if this the whole plan was to get you on here, and then 20 minutes later we have reluctantly put you back into the bear suit? Who's the genius now? Seth is.
My wheels have been turning since the
I'll
beginning.
never do that. I'll never show
That's
up to
what
Seth's
Luke
house
Skywalker said. I'll never join you.
in the bear suit, so everybody's clowning me, and then I'm too awkward to be miserable, so I have to go into the character.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing the thing, and then I'll just get blacked out. That's the only way to deal with it.
Then you're real. Then you're prime.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
you're back where
Yeah,
you
then you're
were.
good.
Then I try to fight Filthy
God.
Tom and
Hurts
rematch,
himself.
and then
No, you fight Felicia. Tom will be there.
Oh, she beats the hell out of
she
you.
roundhouse kicks me. knocks me out.
Oh, no, it knocks you into a punch bowl.
Yeah, and then some hot chick like he's peeing his pants.
So she kicks you, and you do that move where she kicked you so hard, but you stood still before you fell. And as you're falling, you're peeing peeing your pants, but it's a little bit of red, and you fall into a cake.
And then some bros like, take his pants off and let's make fun of his genitalia. And then that happens.
And then they start chanting Sharpies, and they bring out the Sharpies, and then you wake up in a dumpster. And the N-words written all over top to bottom.
Right.
They write racial slurs all over you and throw you in a dumpster.
Not a dumpster. It'll be my basement. I put people in my basement.
That's fun. That's what will happen if I have fun.
I mean, Samantha's buying.
Exactly
she's shopping for costumes right now. I see her over there. She's
yeah. How about if we buy you a costume? We wear that.
This is so awesome.
So it all does not work out.
Oh, yes, it does. You can make it work. You're just not willing to.
Why don't you dress up like Seth Petrozelli? The chat room said.
The pink hair.
Yeah. I get the makeup artist to make my ears look weirdo.
I'll hit you in the head a few times more.
Why don't you dress up in a karate gi and then just do nothing but make fun of karate and do bad karate all night?
That won't get me my pants pulled down and start making fun of karate.
Bunch of karate guys.
The only thing they take seriously. I start clowning it.
Just walk in.
No, I didn't invite any of the karate people specifically because I want to separate that part of my life.
Oh, these are only your...
These are like the MMA guys.
These are just your intellectuals.
These are the guys that like punching, no discipline. They're like, I don't want to put that gay ass robe on. I'm here for punching. I know. I hung out with them at Latitudes 10 years ago, and that's the last time I realized I was like, I can't be a part of this. It's too much.
What? Oh, I remember that night.
Yeah. You guys, all you did is
the Speedo night.
Yeah. There's that. There was the group kiss, the dance party where I was inside and you were. I mean, definitely there's some
nudity.
You were harassing me.
Sexual harassment.
Yeah, I mean, you were grabbing.
It's not sexual harassment. It's
you were trying to kiss me.
An alpha male to a beta male.
You were chanting kiss. Tom Lawler was forcing me to kiss him. Then there's some redneck
I'm not
cowboy.
feeling great about this party anymore.
They're crazy party.
No, this is a long time.
Yeah, they're crazy party.
Yeah,
Those are the crazy days behind
Then that redneck cowboy at the bar was mad because he's homophobic. Anyway, then I was about to go try to start a fight. I was like, "Don't do that, bro.
That's a bad move.
They're gonna kick your hat off and kill you." These guys, look at their ears. Their ears have been fighting each other.
You're gonna be doing some kissing once your hat's kicked off.
Yeah.
Kick your hat off so fast.
You better go apologize to everybody you've ever called that gay slur because you think you're about to meet it right now.
You think you're strong because you can lift your four-wheeler in the back of the truck. These guys will kick your face in.
Oh my God.
Collapse your orbital sockets.
That's hilariously funny. All right, would you want to take a break and then come back and do some voicemails with Seth sitting in?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a bye.